Chapter 3 Leadership. Have you ever heard someone say, "Don't lose your head"? What they try to express is that we shouldn't let our emotions get the best of us.
If it makes you feel any better, you can have your dead head back. But I must ask, have you felt the bliss when you're open to such a wonderful existence? Why should a soul like yours want to wear such a mask?
Shruti asked. It was a good question, and maybe I had lost my mind. Whatever the case, there was peace, because I had not lost my heart. For within us, there is a conscious living spark, which is given to us from the divine. That spark is the essence, the awareness, and the consciousness of our life. This heartbeat is a gift, which powers the mind's intellect. So why would I need a head to hold space for the complexity of the scenario when the human heart was far more important? It took hours to think myself in circles, while the dark woman remained patient nearby. As we stared at the river of life after death, the mind was like a cyclone, as words tried to make sense of what occurred. But every other thought, I found myself distracted by the clouds in the sky.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay to take it easy. Being headless means you're on the path to self-remembering. Can't you see how you're already free?
Shruti whispered to me. I suppose I can agree, but why doesn't it make better sense? I feel as if I'm on the cusp of solving a great riddle, and meanwhile, I'm still tangled in so much mental suspense.
If our mind gets knotted, it may feel like our entire life is shackled. I am here to free you the instant you're ready for it, and my blade can slice through confusion to put an end to such madness. Then, what you're left with is pure sanity. It's a state of perpetual presence, when you realize that there's nowhere else to go except to be with this moment. When you're not trying to be someone else, the mind can see each experience for what it really is. And that's how we notice that the heart beats for our truest self. You are that center, no different from a plant, a flower, a beetle, a monkey, or a human. Be as you are, just as you are in your heart. And that's how I cut through the knots of confusion,
said Shruti. This dark woman led me out of the courtyard along the temple steps, down to where the river passed on by. As she stepped into the sacred waters, I noticed how her form changed. As soon as she merged with the water, a different form of hers had come to life, and it was so strange. She seemed to piece herself together, one part after the other, and now she appeared sensitive and nurturing, while she was light blue in color. Shruti was fluid and mutable like this river. Then, as her hair touched the water, her form seemed to ripple into every liquid particle. Oh, I must have lost my mind when she severed my head, because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. She didn't feel any need to conceal her grace, and she may have been a hidden magician who dabbled with creative artistry. For whatever and whomever she was all of it together, in complete universal harmony. Her long dark hair had become one with the waves as her body flowed and stretched through the river's water. The more I looked on, the more I saw how nothing was separate from her.
Come in and bathe,
she whispered. As I entered the sacred water, a chill captivated the body and heart, as if she sliced through all doubts, while her magnificent presence held me from all sides. Was she the creator and I her canvas? Or was I like her pencil and she was the artist? What is the purpose?
Sometimes we find knots in our body. Other times we feel stuck in our minds. But what if the knot is far deeper than a chain on the surface? Then how can we become aligned? If we are knotted in the heart, you may hear the mind say, I am sad. I am lonely. Oh, I feel so separate from the world that I feel hopeless. So wherever you find a knot, remember that all knots can be untangled and freed. Often these knots stem from the way in which we view reality. Do we perceive from our head or our heart? And what is it that covers our ability to see the world correctly? Someone may say, I need to control this situation, or there is too much chaos all over the world. These knots can pop up all over, so much so that we contract the energy in our navel. When we enter water, such as a lake, an ocean, or a river, it helps us remember our true nature. The sacred healing within a body of water cleanses us as we turn inward through contemplation and can reflect on wherever we are knotted. Even if we are unaware of the problem or a solution, let us trust that the source of life can fix it, but only if we surrender to creation. We could even examine our constrictions, which appear as unpleasant sensations. We can look at our heart, our navel, our body, or thoughts to explore what we're feeling rather than trying to get rid of it. Rest your awareness in the water and take a moment to listen. What does it feel like to investigate this healing? How can we open to such a deeply nourishing sensation? So who is it that's really confused and looking for an explanation? What emotions are arising? And instead of trying to change your problems, can you feel what you're feeling?
Said Shruti in the form of a see-through blue, mysterious woman. Held by the water's vast awareness, I felt her flow as little waves passed by. All the while, the bluish-white woman washed her hair, which rippled out as far as the river went before these waves merged with the sky. From the sky came the clouds, which were reminders of each thought, and as they passed overhead, I investigated the nature of such inner constrictions and knots. Without a need to solve anything, I remained right where I was.
That's it. We heal by opening to rediscover that which we are. And who we are is love. When the mind gets rowdy, or you start to judge yourself and criticize, just remember who you really are. You are that conscious light, born from God, that is concealed on the inside. Knowing this, you can tell yourself, I am perfect. I am content. I have everything within me. It is by opening to this awareness that we can appreciate this pure understanding, and from this, we can do anything,
said Shruti. Okay, then I guess I'm ready. There the far shore of heaven waded across the river of life and death, and in all my adventures through suffering, heaven never felt so close. Surely Shruti could get us across, and with the mind curious about infinite freedom and eternal life, all we needed was a boat. Well, which boat will you summon to take us across?
Oh, you want to get to heaven, do you? You can try if you like, but you'll have to swim across alone. Remember, I know the future, and I'm certain you will die if you try,
said Shruti. She laughed and wrung out her hair, which rippled into infinite waves. This entire world was connected into her, but I had no idea why we would stay. Why would we remain here on Earth, stuck in between? I don't get it. What in the world did she mean? But I've seen the boats pass by day and night. Plus, you've got powers I've never dreamt of. Can't you just summon a boat so we can cross to the other side and live in the boundless space of eternal love?
Sure, I could. But what's the rush? We're not in a hurry, and we already are pure love,
she said. With a finger raised, I scratched my temple. Then after a moment, I rubbed the back of my head with more confusion. Enough of the riddles. What is it that you just said?
Why do you want to get across? What do you think is on the other side?
She asked. Isn't that heaven? I'd like to see the afterlife.
After what life? After the life you've already got? If you're not content with what you have, then you'll always be lost. You've got all you could ever need. Why, just look at the grace you found in me. You're a free man now. Go on, get back into the earth, where you'll spread love and peace,
she said. But the earth is behind us, or below us, and the material world is full of suffering which comes with all life. And so I'm not sure how to say it.
Just say it,
she said. I'm done with that shit. She laughed again from her core when the entire river spread waves through her giggle from shore to shore. Why would you want me to stay on Earth? I'm finally free from the chains of my past, and you want me to stay here in the middle?
What you are calling shit is the grace from which I created all of it. I never said I want you to remain here forever, but rather, it would be very brave of you to face adversity and go back into the heart of it.
She winked. You want me to go back? But I want to get ahead. And now that I think of it, am I alive or dead?
I'll tell you what. If you want to go forward, fine, go alone. But that's the selfish kind of bliss, not the bliss that can be shared with the entire world. Of course you're free to experience bliss in your life, but that's not enough to keep you fulfilled. You'd still be left wondering about the world. And as you grow old, you'd ask yourself, well, what about the rest of the world? What if you made it to heaven alone? Wouldn't you get lonesome by yourself? Heaven alone is an experience where we merge into the bliss of the entire self, which only comes when you are at peace with everyone else. You have to go beyond your individual desire for heaven, and this is called sahaja. It's the natural state of liberation throughout all of life. So, you can either swim across the river alone, and I won't hold you back, but you'll be nothing without the world behind you. And either way, the only way you'll reach heaven is when you realize that we're all one,
she said. But look across this river. Isn't that the space of bliss and relief? I've been chained to shackles for ages, so why is it wrong to want to move ahead and get what my soul feels that it needs?
It's not wrong or right, but rather, all you are saying is based upon your own individual beliefs. How about this? If you can make me a promise, then I'll make sure you and the rest of humanity get everything that our soul needs,
she said. So what kind of promise?
Can you see how all beings crave to be free, and yet, at the same time, all beings carry the light in their hearts that connects us back home into the divine reality? So many people on Earth think they're battling some outward enemy, but what they can't see is that what we're really trying to do is set our inner projections free. The chains that held you back were no other than the limits you set upon yourself. I want you to promise me this, that you'll go back into the earthland and be of service to everyone else. Not just the people, but the plants and animals too. Now, if you agree, then when it's time, I'll make sure you get across the river, and I'll even be a guide for you,
she said. The once dark woman with a knife had become an aquatic reflection of the sacred river. In this moment, she was an ultimate life giver. But when I first met her, she appeared like a death-defying killer. My mind could not make sense of it, and so I began to pace upon the shore. Should I try to swim to the other side? But if I failed, she said I would die. So then what the hell is the meaning of eternal life? The more I thought about it, the more my mind, heart, and core became knotted too tight. But life is just a bunch of chaos,
That's what you think the universe is? Or what if it's all unfolding perfectly for us? What if life is a great flow, but you're just caught in a knot?
She said. Do you realize what humanity has gone through? It's no longer the land of pure forests that sprout with happiness and peace. The world has been turned upside down with wars and disease. If I go back, it's a death sentence. And even though I lost my head, I'm smart enough to know it's not safe to go back. Don't you know the story of this ancient temple? It's yours after all. It was evil against good that made the sacred temple fall.
A battle of good against evil, huh? And what happens if good men leave the world behind and do nothing? The reason I conceal the secrets to eternal wisdom is so brave men like you might take action. You know, such a path is not for everyone, but I love seeing courage more than anything. Out of all of my children, I know that in your heart, you do whatever it takes to support the living. Now that is truly awe-inspiring. Only the brave would step into the spiritual battle. Only a true leader would help others cross the great river. Who among us would be willing to offer up their life, their savings, their reputation, and even a career? Why, when I look at you, I see a divine flower of meditation instructing the entire wilderness. If you really want to go across, then fine. Be selfish and I'll summon a boat. But after that, I'll never see you again, and I'll be waiting here for as long as it takes until someone else is ready to support the souls of the living.
She said. What kind of proposition is this? And how do you know you can depend on me? I'm just one soul alone.
Right now, I need your help because I need to find the rest of my body. There is a sacred stone in a mystical meadow, surrounded by wild corn. Take me there and summon my soul when you play the Shruti song. You may be one person alone, and you are the one person I need, because together we will depart upon a great journey. Surely, it is wise to seek to illumine oneself, but it is truly divine to strive to illuminate the hearts of all others that are clouded by fear. For in time, you cannot force anyone to find the light, but if you help me find the rest of my body, then we can hold our eternal flame up high for all others. As long as the light does not go out, then there is hope that all beings will thrive. I did not create all my children to dominate you. I did not make you to tell you what to do. I give you free will so that you will look within and decide for yourself what you are called to do. And whatever you choose, I will not judge you. I will honor you. I will always love you,
she said. O Shruti, goddess of divine revelation, you must understand what this means for me. I was lost until I found you, and it feels as if you're asking me to retreat backwards into the earth with the chance I'll have to confront a wicked army. The earth looks more and more like a wasteland for selfish humans, and in time, I fear that the nature of God's love will be lost. The last time I was free on earth, I only heard stories of great beings, but I fear that they've all departed. What happens if we go back and there is no sacred stone? Or what if there are no great teachers that are left?
Then you'll have to become one so that the world doesn't fall apart. And it's not just you alone, but the true Messiah is hidden within everyone's heart. The suffering of the world may feel like it's breaking everything down. Or is it breaking down the wicked ways so we remember how to love? And what if there's a perfect reason that all of this is happening? What if the suffering does indeed create the strongest souls? I wonder if by going upon a journey into the earth, you'll come back to me more fulfilled than ever. Maybe then you'll be ready to pass on to heaven with the next departing boat. Oh, everyone wants to live in a perfect state, but the real secret occurs through divine grace. If you go on to face what you fear, you'll have found a home within yourself that you won't need to escape. It won't matter where you are or what happens in the outside world. You will hold the great scepter of power from your own experiences. Then you will know the purpose for which you have taken birth,
she said. Seated upon the steps on this river's water, I knew what I had to do. Then I'll go back, but I'm not even sure how to help you. She leaned over to touch my foot when my entire body turned blue.
No need to know anything. Trust your heart, because I'll always look over you,
she said. Maybe the in-between isn't so bad. Maybe the place after death isn't what our soul is after. All I know for certain is that I hadn't found what I was after, but maybe we can find it if we become aligned through her. Unsure of what I was in for, I wasn't ready to leave for the other side just yet. Seated in contemplation, I'd spend the day and reflect upon Shruti's great paradox. So Shruti, what does it mean to be a leader in the world?
To be a leader of the world, you must be a powerful person. And there's never been a weak person to lead any of us. No matter what opinions someone might imagine about leadership, the truth is that all leaders give their lives to it. Thus it was revealed in Tibet. One could lead by serving the homeless. One could be a leader in their job. But all leaders know that in order to lead, you have to be willing to give your life to it,
she said. My life?
All you have to give is everything you've got. And if you look for direction, then I will reveal what must be done after we sit beside the sacred rock. Such a holy stone is like a spiritual egg, and this is the site where our body will be reborn. In the ancient times, it was a great opportunity to gaze upon a holy person, and through the power of the sacred stone, we will transform. That stone is my pindi, which is my divine embodiment. Go find the mystical cornfield and then summon my spirit through the Shruti box,
she said. You know, so many people are afraid of death, but I'm excited about life. Life is what it's all about, and that's why we are called to carry the light.